Okay, hi you guys. I'm hoping that you can actually hear me because it's a little bit loud in here. I'm at the local coffee shop here, and it's like I said, it's a little bit loud in here. But I wanted to stop by this page and to say hi and to just talk for just a moment a little bit about fear and getting started with things and how you can move yourself from a place where you're focusing on your anxieties and building maybe something that you are a little bit scared to get started with or move forward with. Maybe you're already started working on something, but you're wanting to like take it to the next level and move it ahead and move it forward. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about moving past that point where you're feeling stuck and afraid, or high levels of anxiety, maybe over analyzing things a lot, and what you can do to get started and to create momentum to move forward and to move through the fear. Because I think that it's really important when you are getting started working on something that you are not just you know that you are not just looking at all of the things that are going to be difficult, but that you are looking at the things that are your strengths and that are the most immediate things that you can accomplish and achieve, so that you can start to see it as being a possibility for yourself. Because when you're stuck in when any of us are stuck in modes of high levels of anxiety and we're experiencing these really usually deep rooted feelings of fear or a lacking confidence, or maybe we're second guessing ourselves, oftentimes it's because we're basically just not focusing on the things that we know that we're good at. And so we start, again, second guessing ourselves, and we get stuck in this mode where we're not really sure if we can do it. And so what happens is, instead of actually getting started and moving forward, or any type of movement at all, you just stay stuck, and you're over focused on the things that maybe you think you can't do, or the things that you don't have right now. And so, you know, all of us, if we wanted to, could come up with something that we don't yet have, or we could come up with something that we think we are not able to do. And so, if we're focusing, or if we're looking at the things that, oh, I hope it's not lagging out too bad on your end there. Okay, good. Hopefully it didn't lag out too bad. But so if you're focusing, where is your focus at? Because if you are fear focused, if you are focused on getting yourself worked up, your blood pressure is going up, your heart rate is rising, your hands are getting clammy and sweaty. You might even be physically sweating, just sitting there thinking. Your body might be totally still, but your mind is going so wild with all of these thoughts, all of the what if this and what if that, and well, I don't know if I could do this, or I don't know if I could do that. And so it's really important to acknowledge, when you're trying to get started with something, it's really important to acknowledge the things that you can do. Because if you are fear focused and all you're looking at are the things that, um, are kind of brought into, and you're filled with fear, if you're only looking at your factors in your life, or environmental factors, or factors within yourself that you think are limitations, if you're only focused on your limitations, then you know it's more difficult to get started. And rather than you being able to go ahead and feel confident taking that first step forward, instead you feel bogged down by all this fear, and maybe even physically feel frozen with, like you have a washes on your feet and you're just stuck. And it becomes extremely difficult to move forward towards that goal, and to break free of the sort of mental imprisonment that happens when we're scared. And so I wanted to encourage you today, if there's something that you've been scared to try, or that you are experiencing a lot of anxiety or fear with moving forward, whether it's building your online business, or if it's maybe you're having a difficult time maintaining a positive mindset, for maybe you're trying to overcome financial obstacles, maybe you are trying to overcome academic obstacles, maybe you are trying to overcome obstacles in your marriage or a relationship or your workplace. And I wanted to encourage you to step back for a moment and really honestly ask yourself, what have you been focusing on? Are you focusing only on the things that you're currently lacking, or that you think it's not good enough at? Or are you, taking a moment to give yourself a pep talk and to empower yourself by reminding yourself of your strengths, and really checking in with yourself, and, you know, basically becoming your own best coach, right? And really talking yourself up at the fact that maybe you are really good at connecting with people online. Maybe you're really, really good at copywriting. Maybe you're really good at building teams, or taking to be the first one to do something. So maybe you have some fear wrapped around being the first one to do something. Maybe you're the first one to go to college in your family. Maybe you're the first one to decide to want to even look into building a business in your household. Or maybe you have to be the first one to apologize when there's been some type of conflict between you or you and a family member, or you and your spouse. Um, if you know that you really want to do something, but you're experiencing a lot of anxiety, I just wanted to take a moment to stop by here and to remind you that it's so much easier to get started and to build momentum for yourself that will carry you through these challenging obstacles over long periods of time, if you don't spend too much time wallowing in self-pity. And one of my favorite words that my mother-in-law reminded me of, if you don't spend too much time ruminating in the things that are difficult, you must focus on the things that you can do, and that are going to empower you and help you to feel strong and confident. And even if it's just starting with something simple, like something silly that you appreciate about yourself, or something that you did really well. Remind yourself of a time in your life that you did something really well. Give yourself those little pep talks, and then immediately, right after you get yourself all jacked up and stoked out, go and hit up the motivational videos on YouTube. Feel free to send me a message if you're having a difficult time and you're feeling stuck and paralyzed by fear or anxiety. I have my entire life had very high levels of anxiety, and constantly challenge myself to face that fear. And even when I feel super afraid to do things, rather than just sitting in being stuck, in a lack of movement mode. So if you want to reach out to me and you need a place to connect with someone as you're building your business, or as you're going through a personal or professional transformation, hit that button and send me a message. You can also being some type of a specific help with something, let me know when you message me what it is exactly that I can help you with. Anything from digital marketing tactics all the way to business development, and more entrepreneurship, mentorship type questions. If you're building your first digital product, reach out to me. If you have questions about self-publishing, reach out to me. If you are wanting to develop your podcast, reach out to me. If you are feeling stuck and you're really wanting to experience a powerful transformation with your personal habits or your behaviors, and you need someone to hold you accountable and look at some data with you, I would love to be able to help you with those things. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Bye.